Hello, and thank you for joining me on 8. I am Maggie, and I really do appreciate your support here. So, what I've been working on is Brian Scott's RealityCon 3 Creativity Challenge. And so, this is going to go a little out of order because this video is coming after, but this is technically going to be day 26 of inspiration. I was really inspired to put this in my creativity challenge because it's speaking to my heart, and I'm moved with compassion and love towards anybody suffering from trauma, child abuse, adult abuse, or any of these types of things. So I'm a part of the Reality Revolution tribe, where there is wonderful, wonderful people that we are all positively uplifting one another, and from distant places, each other. And so in our chat today, and it's not just our chat today, it's every day pretty much we're in the chat. Someone will come forth, so we will just call them brother or sister. Someone will come forward and express that their situation is so bad, that they or their past is so bad, or their present is so bad, that what they've been through, their childhood was very abusive or traumatic, or they went through some kind of traumatic event, or they went through some type of abuse, and because of it, they're just their life, they're saying, I don't think I can come back from this. I don't think I can improve. Okay, this video is for you. First of all, I want to just tell you from my heart that me and many others love you and care about you. Okay? But I'm here to challenge you, because when we get into those deep situations of loss, trauma, abuse, whatever it is, and we are living in the past, so now we are just recycling it, and it's causing greater depression. It's causing the mind to not be able to think clearly, because as we know, we need, hermetism. It talks about the first principle is mentalism. It's very important that you have a strong mind, but also as we study Neville Goddard, we also understand that our imagination is key. Imagination is our Christ consciousness. What we see in our mind's eye is what we're going to attract. We are learning also too, like the reticular activating system in the brain. If you're thinking things, it's going to bring things into your world to make whatever your thoughts true. So if you're wired and fired and into a negative, you know, wave of energy, such as abuse, trauma, etc., it can feel so overwhelming to feel like you even have a shot at coming out. But in my creativity challenge here, I am here to challenge you in a positive sense. I want you to know that you are loved and cared about beyond measure. And I want you to know that a lot of times, because you have deeper, challenging hardships, other well-meaning people come along and they say things, and it may seem like this way. So you're down here, and it may seem like they're up here, and they're trying to bring this wave of positivity to you to try to get you up and out. But a lot of times that child abuse, that trauma, that negative thing that happened, it actually trains you to stay down in this lower vibration. So as this person may be well-meaning, they're coming along with their positivity, joy and stuff, but they're saying things to you that either you can't hear or you can't relate to, and they, God bless them all of us, can't relate to you actually. But they're still in the field trying to pull you up. Now that may seem like toxic positivity, but I want to let you know that those are well-meaning, good, loving people such as myself that are wanting you to come out of the tomb of your mind and your trauma and your abuse. And so what I'm wanting to say to you is that these kind of things are complex. Simple affirmations may not work just by itself. Reading spiritual scripts by itself, scriptures may not work. Meditation by itself may not work. Medication by itself, so here we are, I'm laying it down, all the positive things, having purification in your shower, in the waterfall, going to the beach, taking walks. But I'm here to tell you that if you never give up and you continue to fortify yourself in these positive waves, and you just continue, because it's like you are your own Rubik's Cube, okay? It's like you got to go until you figure out how to, because the power is in you. It's not someone else. Okay, we love you and you love me and we love each other, but we ultimately can't really pick up our Rubik's Cube and do it for each other. We can show you, that saying where you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. We can show you things. We can try to uplift you. But unless you really, really intend to heal, you might run into roadblocks. So I'm just wanting to encourage you. You're coming to Reality Revolution. Keep coming every day. There's always going to be some kind of fortified food it'll speak to you. You will get clues. But it'll also fortify you. It keeps you buoyant up from going crashing down into the lower levels of extreme depression, all these things. If you're new there, keep coming, because if you've been down in the lower frequencies of the scale of consciousness, it could be all overnight, but it could also be this slow, steady progression up. And you got to look at that. You got to look at where you are a month from now, 3 months from now, a year from now. You will see that you are climbing up that scale of consciousness. Also, it's very important to be with other people who want to see you be healed. So that's where the group comes in. Even if you get irritated by other people's perceived, maybe toxic positivity, that it may seem like they're just covering over, okay, yeah, just be positive, or just think your way, imagine something better. No, they really are actually giving you clues from the universe, from God. So soften your heart. The other thing is, sometimes you really do got to find somebody. So these kind of things, child abuse, trauma, it's different. Somebody hasn't had those experiences. It's very hard for them to relate. The heart's still good. They want to help you. Sometimes you need to find somebody that actually knows where you've been, who has a concept of what you've gone through. Not to reinforce it, because I'm finding a lot of the medical model just reinforces our wounds. It makes no way out. And so one person I really like to, in addition to Brian Scott as our fortifying, community, check out Richard Grannon's work too. He can be a little tough. He can punch, put a 1-2 punch, but he really, really breaks down how to heal from childhood trauma, childhood abuse, partner trauma, partner abuse. And in general, if you get the principle in any one area and you apply it to your whole life, you're going to heal. So I just want to encourage you. If you're working with Joe Dispenza's work, keep going. You're working with Wayne Dyer, keep going. You're working with Brian Scott, keep going. If you don't give up, you will find the way to manipulate your Rubik's Cube, aka Merkaba, and eventually, as you start clearing it, your light will shine. And as Brian Larson had posted on his Facebook, I love this. The first rule of Shine Club or whatever, or oh shoot, I gotta look it up. The first rule is basically, baby, shine bitch shine. Okay, so you're gonna get to that point where those things will have to leave, but it does take some elbow grease. It does take some work. So I want to encourage you, if you're on the edge and you're feeling like there's no hope, I'm here to tell you there is hope. But you got to pick yourself up, get yourself up, dust yourself up, and you got to keep working in the spiritual realm. You got to keep working in your layer of reality too, because your layer of reality is going to your home, your job, your kids. They're going to keep reflecting back to you what's within you. So keep tweaking in that sense and keep going. You are not damaged goods. You are not lost forever. And in fact, within all of this is your superpower. You are to take that spice and spicing up everyone's life. You are to take that fire and be the spark and light the world on fire. When you get yourself free, and you know what, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. You keep coming forward, and I'm telling you, you're going to free millions and billions. And then, as we all know, there's multiple dimensions and realities. You know that what you're doing in this reality is affecting all the other realities. Nothing we do is in a nutshell. When I was watching the Avatar movie, at one point my heart just felt so open, and I felt this overwhelming compassion and love, because I realized, and I looked at the Marines, while they thought they were so powerful and they were so strong and they were exerting this force, I saw multiple dimensions open for them, and I could see how they, in this particular dimension and reality, could not see what they were creating for themselves and others in other realities. So we really do learn that we are one, and we cannot harm others without harming ourselves. And that's why those takum, those beautiful whale things that were hunted for their, age reversing serum, that's why they had learned through their processes that no more killing, because killing only brought more killing. And it was like, no matter what was done to them, they did not kill. And so I just want to remind you that you have a place and a purpose here in this planet now. So if you are recovering from these things, abuse, trauma, any of these things, I want to let you know it's a superpower. But don't give up. Keep working on it. Keep going until you find the teacher that helps you unlock your Rubik's Cube Merkaba. And we're going to line it up. We're going to line up all those colors, and you're going to shine, shine, shine. So I thank you so much for joining me. And may you all be having a wonderful day. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe and leaving your positive comments. And together we rise. So continue to do your work. Don't ever give up. And keep coming to Reality Revolution with Brian Scott. You're going to be connected to more and more people that are going to be that buoyancy. And instead of you being like this and that, we're going to be all up there. All right. So thank you. All right. Peace in. Peace out.